Hey everyone, welcome back to Codes of Ayaan channel. So in this video, we are going to learn about what are functions and what are parameters, arguments, what is closure. This is the actual important concept, mostly asked in the interviews, basically front-end interviews. So these are the things we are going to learn in this video. And if you are a beginner and if you doesn't know about functions also, don't worry, I'm going to explain in detail. All you need to do is just like this video, and if you haven't subscribed the channel, please do subscribe, follow for more videos on React Native. And without wasting time, let's start the video. So if you see here right now, these are the things we have explained in previous videos. If you haven't watched the previous video, please go and watch it. You will get a better idea. Okay. So let's say I gave you one task. Before knowing about functions and all, let's say I gave you one task as, let me write it here, 1 plus 2. Okay, I told I'll give you two numbers, you need to do addition. Okay, and you need to return me that thing. Okay, you will say like, yeah, okay, we'll do it. What's what's difficulty in this? You will say in console.log, you know about console.log, no need to explain it again. 2 plus 3. Okay, then obviously it will return me 5. Okay, we all know this. Okay, perfect. Now what if I say, okay, I'll give you some other two numbers, return me that. Okay, again you will do just give me a minute, let me close the window. So yeah, uh, now what you will do, you will say, okay, that Ayan gave two numbers, we need to again do that plus. Okay, now this time I gave 3 plus 4, again you will give it. Now again I said like, okay, console.log, again I gave you two numbers, 1 plus 2 this time. Okay, you did it perfect. If you see here, whenever I gave you one task, what was that task? I told what can I say, add two numbers and not return, print that answer. What that mean? Print that answer. Okay, this is the task I gave you, that I'll give you every time, I'll give you two numbers, add two numbers and print that answer. Okay, perfect. If you see, every time I need to write console.log 2 plus 3, console.log 3 plus 4, console.log, whatever the numbers I gave you, two times. What if I say 100 times? Do I need to write console.log, console.log, console.log? No. And I need to modify here. If you see, only if you observe it clearly, console.log remains same in all these cases. What changes? Only these two things changes. Only numbers are changing here. If you see, even plus symbol is also same here. Can I say like we are like again repeating the code in any language? One thing we need to keep in mind, that we cannot repeat that code again and again. Okay, so for that reason we use functions. It's not like a birthday functions and all. In functions, what exactly we do, I'll tell you. So what exactly we'll do, we'll create a block here, this block, and here we'll tell that console.log, and keep in mind that these functions we are going to use it in any language, every languages. Okay, I'll say a plus b. I said, why I said a plus b? Because if you see, only numbers are changing. Instead of directly putting 2 plus 3, but what if I directly next time I say 3 plus 4? Because we need to reuse this block, this piece of block, this square box, I need to reuse it again and again. Okay, for that reason I kept console.log a plus b. And let me write it here. I'll say assume that this block is a function, and can I put the name of this block as some? Okay, let me write it on top here. I'm going to show you the syntax also. Okay, don't worry about that. As of now, just understand the actual concept of this. I'm going to name this box as a addition. Okay, and here what I'm doing, console.log a plus b. because we are need to do sum only. Okay, Ayan told that add two numbers. Okay, I gave two numbers. If Ayan told me to three numbers, okay, don't worry, no problem. I'll directly say a plus c plus c. Well, that's it. Now you have a doubt like, okay, Ayan, but what about what does actually A B C means? Okay, this box is smart, too much smart. I'll say, hey box, and you guys know that, right? For this box, I named it as edition. You can name it anything. If you want to name John, you want to name your own name, you can do it anything. It's fine. Okay, now this box is smart. This box will tell, like, hey Ayan, you told that I need to add a box, like I need to add these parameters. Okay, don't worry, if you don't know parameters also, it's fine. If I need to add the numbers, it's okay, I'll add it, but give me numbers. Okay, I'll give you, don't worry, 2 comma 3 comma 4. That's it. This box is too much smart. It will consider like 2 means A, okay, 3 means B, 4 means C. If there is any more also, it will take like that, nothing but. Then what exactly it will do? A means 2 plus 3 plus 4, and it will print me this answer. See, now if let's say for this reason Ayan told, okay, now this time Ayan gave 2 3 numbers, okay, but if I want to reuse this again, I need to print some other 3 numbers. Okay, we'll do that. How can we do that? Simply, that's it. What I need to call my box name edition. This time I want to add 3 numbers which are different to previous. How can I can directly say 5 comma 6 comma 7. Is it in line? No, not needed. I can put 20 also, I can put 30 also. This time, that's it. Again, this box is smart enough, and it will consider like 5 means A, 20 means B, 30 means C. That's it. This is the function actually. What does function means? This is a block of code where we reuse the component, reuse it again and again. This is the actual description about function. Let me write it here. Function, in short, I'm going to explain it. Okay, if you want a realistic what do we call a description and about the function, you can google it, but in short, I'm going to explain it in easy way. Okay, function is nothing but a block of code where we reuse. Okay, based on our example, previous example, I'm going to explain it in an easy way so that now you can easily. I said block of code, block, nothing but. Is this block or not? And what we pasted here, code only, block of code. Justified. Okay, perfect. What was the next other term? It's highlighting, reuse. Okay, are we reusing here this addition? First time what we did, addition 2 comma 3 comma 4, I did again. Did I wrote this whole logic? No, I just simply called that block only, and I said 5 comma 20. I just passed the numbers here. Can I reuse it again? Yes, I can. Now this I can use this box multiple times. Okay, I can reuse it again, and there is no limit until my requirement is fulfilled. In the meantime, I can reuse it again and again. Okay, this is the function. There are, now let me write the syntax wise. Okay, then I'm going to explain. There are two more keywords where we mostly heard in functions. Whenever we use function, two keyword basically we heard multiple times. One was, let me write it here, I'll explain it. Okay, don't worry. Parameters, two arguments. By word, these are looking like bit complicated things. No, not at all. These are easy keywords. I'm going to explain it in an easy way also. Okay, don't worry. So let's create the function here. Const addition. In the previous example we took, I'm going to create a block. That's it. I told you this is the actual block. Okay, now what I need to do, console.log. Okay, And I told how many numbers I need to add, 3 numbers. For this reason, can I name it A comma B comma C? Okay. If you want to add 4 numbers, simply add one more alphabet. You can there is no need to put A B C D only. You can put X comma Y comma Z, but make sure you cannot put what do we call numbers here. Okay, you only put a strings only. Okay, two optional, just to name it you can take any string. Okay, make sure in this block you need to use any strings only. Okay, not numbers. Now X plus Y plus Z basically, and done. This is the actual block I have created. Nothing but this box I have created, and I put the name it as addition. Okay, perfect. Now I need to use this box. How can I? Simply call that box. That's it. Now let me 1 plus 2 plus 3. That's it. Now let's run the code. Okay, it giving me error. What does it mean? Okay, my bad. I need to actually put 1 comma. I need to put okay, basically I'm running it as a console statement. My bad. Well, let me run it again. 6 it giving. See, 2 plus 3 5 plus 1 6. Okay, perfect. That means our code is working fine. Okay, if you see here right now, I told you two words: parameters, arguments. What does arguments mean? What does parameters means? Let me drag it here, and okay, let me copy this code so that you will get a better idea. Let me drag it down here, paste it here. Okay, can I say these numbers 1 2 3 inside this box are arguments? And can I say these are parameters? Both are same only, right? If you see, nothing but if we are calling this time, we are passing arguments. We are telling that block that, hey block, I just gave you, I told you to add it, so for this reason I am passing arguments. Without arguments it will give me null, because we are modifying, we are using this code again and again, right? For this reason, that's why we call it as a function. We all know this. And inside this function, basically this is a function call. In our coding language we call it as a function call. Okay, and this is a function, nothing but. Okay, I named it as a function as addition. For your easy to understand, I told it as a box, but as of now in coding language, now you know about function, right? So this is a function, and this is a function call. Okay, we are calling this function addition, we are calling this function. Okay, what we are passing, 1 2 3. Okay, these what are the inside these brackets, we call it as arguments. That's it. No need to understand, no need to confuse. And in the inside this function xyz, we are using some strings. These are, we call it as parameters. That's it. And x plus y plus z, these are parameters. That's it, done, completed. Okay, there are two things to use. There are, if you have a doubt, like okay, now you will get a doubt that, okay, Ayan, you told that functions, these are blocks and you reuse it again and again. Okay, when to use these functions? How should we know that, okay, this time we need to use functions? Simple. If someone gave you one work, okay, one work, and he told you to we are going to reuse this, we don't know, okay, we are going to reuse this function again and again, that time blindly go with functions. That's it. Now you know, right? If someone gave you one work and you need to reuse, that logic is same, but you need to reuse that function again and again, go with functions. That's it. That at the time you need to use functions, and put it in mind that we are going to use this function, these type of functions, in our code whole lifetime. Okay, this type of, because everything in coding, everything works on functions only. Okay, perfect. Now let's take one more example. Now this time we have used addition, right? Now this time again I have created block, and I said for this time I said this function as greet, nothing but wishing. Or else can we say, okay, I'll put it as wishing only. Okay, this time I said this box, inside this box whatever you wrote the code, nothing but box in the sense these curly braces are right. Consider like whatever inside this block, this is the actual logic you need to do. You are telling that box to, hey box, do this. This time I said that now let me take a parameter. Okay, we all know this parameter, right? Inside this box, these are parameters. Okay, inside this bracket, nothing but I have highlighted, if you can able to see. Okay, let me take it here. I'll pass Ayaan, and inside this box what was I'm passing, and you know that this inside this box this is argument. Okay, and inside this box I'm using it as name. Okay, don't worry if you're confused, no issues. I'm going to write a syntax also. Okay, so if you see here right now I just created the wishing thing as a function, nothing but this is I kept it as a function, and this is a parameter. Okay, I passed it as a name, and you can put anything, um person, maybe anything you can use it, but whatever the name, make sure that you passed here that person name should be this thing. Okay, or else it will throw an error. That's it. And here here I've called that function this many times. Okay, first time I've called Doraemon, Nobita, Jion, Shizuka, and all. See, that many times I've printed instead of writing console.log that name vagera vagera and all, I can simply change. But what if I say that hey, now this time I told that hey, instead of good morning I need to print good night. Okay, but if you have used the old style, nothing but this time, like let's say, as of now let me write that also so that you will get a better idea. Okay, why I'm giving gaps? In fact, I can directly print it like this. Okay, let me give some space here, and if you don't know, if you don't call this function, it will consider like okay, you haven't called that function. It will stay like that only. It won't print this name. Okay, let me show the old style method. Let me print it. Okay, this one is Doraemon. This one, let me put the old style. What exactly I'm talking about, I'm going to, you will get an idea if I let me do these changes. Okay, Shizuka, let me put this name as of now, and let me remove this. No need to put this many times. Okay, you guys know that if I run this, it will print same only because we kept this thing only in console. Okay, perfect. Now what if I tell you that hey, instead of good morning, let's change it to good afternoon. Okay, you will say hey, these are three only, we'll change it. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, because right now these are three only. Okay, perfect. You change it. Okay, perfect. But what if it is? Okay, my bad. Let me. If it is 100 times. Okay, if it is this many times, are you going to change it for each one? Just assume how much time it will take. For this one, it will take much time. You need to copy paste, edit, and all. And you need to change the name also. Names are fine. Okay, perfect. But what about this thing? You need to change good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. But suddenly I have changed my mind. I told you to okay, instead of good afternoon, I told you to change it to good evening. Are you going to change it again multiple times? No, okay, this many times you have changed it. Okay, perfect. But what if it is 500 times? Are you going to change it by each line by line? No, right? Instead of this, let me comment this down. But what if I say, even for 500 time also, I can put it here in single time, evening. That's it. If I uncomment this thing, now you tell me which one is the easiest one. See, good evening. For all it applied. For all. How many times I call this function? For all it applied. Now I have changed my mind. I said like, hey Ayaan, put it good night. Okay, I have changed it. See, now you tell me which one you prefer. In a single line, if I want to do modifications in a single line, this one you prefer or this one old style, this one you prefer. Which one you prefer? Obviously this one, right? So that's what function exactly means. And there is a one more thing left, closure. Let me tell you that thing also. This is a bit complicated thing, but I'll try to make it a easy way. Let me open my Excalibur. I don't know why it closed. Okay, now you guys know what is function, now you guys know what is argument, now you guys know what is about parameters. Perfect. What is reusability concept also, you know when to use functions also, you guys know. Perfect. Now let's discuss about, there's a one concept called closure. This is basically an important concept, nothing but this is the easy one only, but few members will get confused about how exactly things work. Okay, let's name it as, now I'm not going to go deep into this concept. Okay, I'll tell you what exactly this means. Okay, so first let's name this. We all know this block it as a we are considering it as a function. Okay, perfect. Greet. Okay, let me do one thing. Person1. Okay, I said it's bit not that much complicated, but it's bit difficult for beginners. Okay, let me put it outside somewhere. This is the actual concept we are learning now here. Okay, and don't get confused. For the block, this block I kept name it as a person1. Okay, perfect. Now inside this block, again I have created a one more block, one more function inside this function only. Okay, and this time I kept it as person2. Okay, now this person1 I have passed it as name1. You can, and one more thing I said previously, like you cannot pass string, but you can pass a string num like that. Okay, it will consider like this is also one string. Okay, perfect. Now next, what I need to do, inside this person2 function, I want to print console.log name1. That's it. In person2 I'm not passing, to make it easier, I'm not passing any parameters here, nothing but in person2 function I'm telling it as don't get confused. If you're getting confused, like nothing but I'm creating two functions, like inside one, inside one. Okay, I'll try to make it simple only. Okay, let me put a name it as a this function parent, and I have passed this thing, and inside this I'm going to pass a parameter, nothing but a name. And here what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a one more function inside this, nothing but this time I'll name it as a child, and this time I'll put it as can I say wiki, not wiki. Okay, let me put Sam. Okay, make sure we need to pass like this, right? Perfect. Now I'll say console Sam comma name. Let me return it. child, and I need to call this obviously function. I'll pass John. I'll pass Sam. Let's run this as expected. Now let's try to understand this, what exactly this means, what is behind that, and what exactly I'm doing, and what is closure connection between these things. Okay, before jumping into this, inside one more function creating and all, let me make it easier way. So basically, if you see, I have a one function, nothing but this is a block. This is a, we'll consider it as a parent. Perfect. Okay, try to understand based on watching this code. Okay, the structure which I'm creating. Okay, let me put it up. And this function has one value. What does that value? It has name. Okay, perfect. Now I have created one more function. I named it as child. And inside this child I have passing one more value. I am naming it as Sam. Okay, for that I'll put it as a value. Okay, let me change it here also. I have directly took the name here, value, and here also I need to change value. Okay, nothing but these are parameters. Okay, brackets, you all guys all know this. Okay, I named that particular value it as a value. Okay, that's it, nothing else. So here what exactly I'm doing, let me print it here. Inside this child block, my logic is nothing but hey child function, print this value and name. Then this child function will tell, okay, I'll print this value because I'm getting this value, but name, where can I take? I don't know about name. See, here I'm passing only single value. Okay, it will take only single value. Perfect. Then what about name? Then this parent function will take, hey child function, you can take name from me. This. By accessing this thing, we call it as closure. That's it. Nothing but whatever the parent function has the parameters, we can access those parameters inside a child function. That is closure. Because with the help of closure, we do it. Nothing. And do we use extra logic? We use any extra logic? No. JavaScript itself uses closure logic, and it helps us really, like, it helps us like hey, child function, this parent function has this name variable, you can use it directly. I'll use the closure logic so that I can directly use it. See, I can now have access to this. That's it. And we call the functions, if we, let's say if a function has an inside one more function, we call like this way, in this way, nothing but a brackets way. Okay, that's it. Now what about return child? See, we have printed this, but we need to return, but we need to run this function, right? To run that function, what was the name? I kept child. For this reason, I returned that, nothing but it will execute and it will return the whatever the value logic we wrote here. That's it, as simple as that. If you still get confused, don't worry. Like sooner we'll go through this, we'll get an idea. If you haven't like if you're getting any doubt, just watch this video again, don't worry. If you watch this video again, no issues, you will get a better understanding only. Okay, so that's what about the functions we have discussed. So I hope you like this video. If you find this interesting, please hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye now.